So last time, we also have 11 students because Hani and Sandara is using one computer. Okay, so last time, as I was able to teach the students regarding the what is that? It is all about prime numbers. So we decided to move backward because some of you cannot actually follow the lesson, right? Some of you cannot follow the lesson. That is why we decided to move backward. So last time, as we were able to have the discussion regarding our new lesson, which is all about prime numbers, who can still remember about the previous lesson, about the prime numbers? Can still remember about prime numbers? Anyone who can still remember about prime numbers? Okay, so in that,
So it is equation. No,
Its number can be
exponent.
one and itself.
Exponent.
divided by itself and what other
One.
number? One. Okay. So it can also be those numbers wherein um if you look at it, you can only, okay, take note, you can only divide it by itself, or you can have the multiples of the numbers wherein that those multiple numbers are the number itself and one. So that is what you call our prime number. While the composite number is a number wherein it will be divided by so many numbers, right? It can be divided by many numbers. For example, between the numbers 1 and 5, between the numbers 1 and 5, how many are those which is considered as prime numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many are those which are considered as prime numbers?
2, 3, 5.
2, 3, 5. While 4 is actually a composite number. Wow, it's very easy, right? It's very easy. You can actually follow regarding the lesson. So always remember, if I can only divide the number by itself and 1, then we will call it a prime number. But if the number can divide so many multiples, then we call that one as composite number. So I suppose I should have given you a quiz today, but then again, some of you are not here with us when we started with the lesson last meeting. So maybe I will have to have the quiz on tomorrow. We will have the quiz tomorrow. Okay. So prime numbers again. Numbers are those which can only divide itself and 1. Okay. Who can give me numbers, prime numbers between 10, between 11 and 20? Who can give me numbers between 11 and 20? By the way, you can also give us, okay, you can also give us how many prime numbers do we have from numbers 11 to 20. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Among the 10 numbers, how many which are between 11 and 20 are the prime numbers?
4.
4. What are those numbers?
11.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
17.
17. Okay.
And 19.
19. Very good. So those are the prime numbers. How about 12? Why do we consider 12 as composite number? How many multiples or what are the divisibles of 12? What are the divisibles of 12? You can write it down in the chat box if you like. You can write it down on the chat box.
Yeah, call Kenshi, ma'am.
Sir? Okay, so for all those whose camera is being turned off, you have to open your camera. Priscilla, only Priscilla has turned off her camera. Okay. Do I need to call or do you need to volunteer? Who among you would like to give, okay, to give the divisibles of or the multiples of 12? Anyone? Who would like to give the multiples of 12?
Yeah, try
Audrey.
Kenshi. Try Kenshi. Kenshi, I'm not sure that he was there last week.
Yes, sir. Kenshi, where is... Kenshi. Yes, Kenshi, would you like to give us the multiples of 12, Kenshi? What are the multiples of 12? By the way, you can write it down on the chat box. Okay, so Inda actually gave us the multiples of 20. How about the 12? What are the multiples of 12? Kenshi. Can you write it down on the chat box or in Shitya? Is that the only multiples of 12, Shitya? 3 times 4? What else? Aside from 3 times 4, is it the only multiples of 12? Other numbers. Okay, wait.
You see that? Kenshi has a trouble. You see, mom? So, okay, kid, if you did not come in a regular basis, you will be in trouble. Okay? And teacher Samira cannot wait and
Yes,
repeat
sir.
again. Next week, repeat the same thing. No, we have to keep moving. Okay? If you are not knowing, it is your mistake. Right? We
Yes, sir.
cannot hold Inda or Alfonso. They want to move on. Okay?
Yes,
And
sir.
Cynthia, right? Okay? Jadi harus datang. Hari ini tidak datang udah nggak bisa. Okay? Okay, mom.
Yes.
Okay. Now test it one by one. Test it one by one. Or if they do not want to talk, use that chat. Okay. Again, go with the basic. What is it? Prime. This is it. Okay. Next week, tomorrow, we are not, we are going to move on. We cannot repeat
Yes, sir.
again and again prime numbers because somebody else did not come. No. Okay.
Yes.
They make the decision if they want to be behind. That is their decision. But the one want to move on, we cannot deny them. Right, mom? Okay,
Yes,
keep
sir.
on going, mom.
Okay, so you have heard Sir Harry. So this is the only time that I will have to repeat or review the prime numbers. So as I was saying earlier, I should have given you the quiz today, but still some of you were not with us last time. That is why I gave certain consideration. But next time, okay, you have to avoid being absent in our class because we only have 2 meetings per week. So you have to be within our class. You have to attend our class so that you will be able to follow our lessons. You do not have to tell us that you cannot understand, okay? That you cannot understand what was being taught, okay? So
Let's make a quiz tomorrow, ma'am. A short quiz tomorrow, 5 questions.
Yes, sir. I will have to give them quiz tomorrow, sir. I told them earlier, sir.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I told them earlier that I will have to give them quiz tomorrow because I was supposed to give them quiz today, sir. But then again, I look at the the attendance. Last time it was only, I think it was only 10 students. So we have some students who are not able to be with us last meeting. Okay, so again, remember tomorrow I will have to give you quiz regarding prime number and composite number. But we can actually go on today. I was actually not certain what to give you today, but I will have to give you some lessons which is all about fraction. I know some of you may find it very easy, but I think some of you may find it also they might find it very hard to understand. Okay, so look at
the
this.
one that on the chat, Mom. If you look at that, that is the student who understood. Okay, if you look at the chat, Inda.
Yes, sir.
Hani, Alfonso.
Inda, Shitya, and
okay,
Alfonso.
the same. Yes, the same again and again. Okay, these
Yes,
are the
sir.
one. Okay, those who did not do anything. Okay, one more time. Give one question and let's see whether or not they can answer it on the chat.
Sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so look at this. I was able to ask you earlier regarding the prime numbers from 11 to 20, and Alfonso was able to give me the correct answer, which are with which the prime numbers within that numbers are 4. And those numbers are 11, 13, 17, and 19. How about if I will ask you to give me prime numbers or number of prime numbers between 21 to 50? It can have so many prime numbers within that numbers. Between 21 to 50. Between 21 to 50. Just give me how many prime numbers do we have from 21 to 50. 21 to 50. I will have to write down the numbers so that you will be able to look at it. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 36, 37. Look at the chat box. I will have to send this one. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Okay, look at the chat box. I have wrote numbers from 21 to 50. Just simply identify among those numbers wherein it is actually considered as prime number. 29.
I already learned prime number.
Okay, if you look at it, Inda gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6. Okay, look at also 23. Okay, so 23, very good. 27 is not a prime number, but rather 29 is a prime number. 31 is also prime number. 34, 30, 35, 36, 37 is also a prime number. 38, 39, 40, 41 is also a prime number. 43 is also a prime number. 47 is also a
prime number. I think it's a bit hard to remember the prime number.
We only have how many? 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 prime numbers. By the way, Shitya, 21 is not a prime number. Why?
Yes, sorry. Sorry,
yes,
miss.
No problem. 21 has multiples of 7 and 3, right? As well as 1 and 21. Okay, very good. So I guess everyone understands prime number as well as composite number. So all those numbers which are not included among the list of prime numbers is considered as a composite number. Okay, Mark cannot be able to understand. It's all because Mark, you are not with us last meeting. We have tried to have some activity last time and the students were able to.
Last meeting?
Yes, last meeting we have class but you are not with us. That is why I told the class every now and then you have to attend our class so that you will not be left behind. You have to attend our class so that you will be able to understand our lesson, okay? So
I did learn prime number though, but for me it's a bit hard to
okay, so actually
memorize the prime number, such as I can only remember such as 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and that's it. I cannot learn
okay.
any prime
By
number
the
than
way,
13 anymore.
yes, Mark.
Maybe
By the way,
97, 97?
yes, by the way, Mark, you do not have to memorize the numbers or the prime numbers. You only need to look at it. You only need to analyze. Just simply look at the numbers and try to get the multiples of each number. Then you will be able to know whether that said number is actually a prime number or a composite number. So you do not actually need, take note, you do not actually need to memorize. So that is actually the beauty of mathematics. We do not have to memorize. We simply have to analyze. We simply have to understand the lesson. We do not need to memorize. Simply understand and analyze the lesson. If that is the case, you will be able to get it easily or to understand it easily. Okay? So do you still have some questions?
Okay, but I still need to memorize it, because for me, I can't just simply divide it by, because prime number is a number that can only divide it by 1 or but divided by its number.
Yes, that's right. A prime number can
But
only
it's so
divide
hard since
itself and
I'm
1.
not a fast quicker math. I need to memorize it. Example like 22.
Yes.
Is 22 really a prime number?
Okay, I understand that, Mark. That is why I am giving you how do you call that one? Is it an advice or it is just a tip wherein you will be able to understand prime numbers by not trying to memorize it. Okay? But I know and I actually feel you. That is why I have been trying to review the lessons for everyone, especially those students who cannot easily understand the lesson. Okay? Okay, so much for that one, but look at it. You can actually try to search from the internet if you would really like to know about prime numbers. But as it is, I am telling you, a prime number can only divide itself and, take note, and 1. So that is what you call prime number. So always remember, you need to know the multiples of each number so that you will be able to identify or determine whether it can be a prime number or a composite number. Okay? Okay, so much for that one. So I have here some lessons wherein I am trying to teach you whether you are already within this lesson. Okay, so it is all about fraction. Okay, if I may ask regarding fraction, you know what is fraction, right? What do you know about fraction? What do you know about fraction? Anyone? I think I will have to ask Felicia. Felicia is here with us. It's okay. By the way, Felicia, it's okay that you are late. But next time, if you will be able to help it, please come on time. Okay? Okay, Felicia, do you have an idea regarding fraction? Do you have an idea regarding fraction? What is fraction? What do you know about fraction? What can you see when you talk about fraction? How do you write fraction? Anyone? Who knows about fraction? Audrey. Do you know about fraction, Audrey? Everyone? Who knows about fraction? How about Inda? Do you know what is fraction, Inda?
I think fraction is the number has numerator and denominator.
Denominator. Very good, Inda. A fraction is a number wherein there is this numerator and denominator. Numerator is a number above the line, wherein denominator is the number below the line. So you can see that there is a line in between the two numbers from top to bottom. So there is this number, there is this line between two numbers from top to bottom. Okay. I think I was able to teach this one for the grade 1 class last time. But I do not know if for all those higher years or higher grades, if you have an idea about this one. Okay, look at this. We will start with addition and subtraction of fraction. I think I may need to share this one. Okay, this one. So addition and subtraction of fractions. Okay, this is actually a module from our country, wherein we are talking about addition and subtraction of fraction. So if you look at it, addition and subtraction of a fraction is actually like this. It is one whole wherein you will have to divide it. For example, have you ever seen pizza? Have you ever looked at the pizza? I know that you have eaten a pizza already, right? Have you ever seen how the pieces of pizza has been being divided into how many numbers? Anyone? Do you know about the pizza? The pizza is actually, it is shaped like a circle. Yes, right? It is shaped like a circle. And then if you buy a pizza, you can see that it was already being divided. It was already by parts. You can see that maybe you can also count it. There are some 8 parts or 8 pieces from
Maybe
being
8 slices.
Yes, 8 slices. Very good, Mark. There are some 8
So there was
slices.
So if the pizza has 8 slices of pizza, so then the pizza is, so there's a pizza and
Yes,
the pizza,
one whole pizza.
and someone eat 8 slices of pizza. That
Yes.
is 8 fraction 10, because the total of the pizza is 10 slices.
10 slices. Okay, so look at this. Can you see what I am pointing at? This is a rectangle wherein the rectangle was being divided into 3. And then look at how this was. Look at this. There is this bracket. So how many parts of one whole was the rectangle being divided into? It was 3, right? And then if I am going to analyze this one, 1, 2, 3, each part will give me 1/3 or 1/3. Each part will give me 1/3. If I am going to give 2 parts, then I will have get 2/3 or 2 parts of 3 parts. Something like that. So look at this. And then another example is the rectangle was being divided into 12 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are all 12 parts. If you look at it, 12 parts, and these 2 parts composed of 4 for every part is actually 8/12. 8/12 and 2/3 is actually the same. If you look at it, 8/12 and 2/3 is actually the same. How did this happen? How does 8/12 equal to 2/3? If you look at it, 2/3 is actually the what? It is actually the it was actually being what do you call this one? The lowest or the least. Okay, the fraction wherein it was actually it was already what do you call this one? I forgot. It was already the least fraction, the smallest fraction. How did this happen? So if you look at 8 and 12, there is this common, which is actually 4. If I am going to divide 4 from 8, it will give me 2. Wherein if I am going to divide 4 from 12, it will also give me 3. That is why if you look at it, 2/3 and 8/12 is just the same. And then there is also this number line wherein you can also see that there is this fraction. There is this fraction that you can also see from the number line. So this was a whole being divided into 3 parts. Then this one is a whole being divided into 12 parts. And then there is this number line. So these are all representation of fractions. These are all representations of fraction. So when we look at the number line, we usually start with 0. And then if you look at it, we have the number line has been divided into 3. Okay, look at this. So this part, look at this, from 0 to 1, this is the 1/3. From 1/3 to 2/3, this is what you call the 2/3, and then the other part is what you call the 3/3 or okay, 3/3 or 1 whole. So look at this. And then look at the lower part. You can see that these all numbers are just the same with the upper part number. See, the upper part number is actually the one being reduced into, wherein the other one from the bottom is actually the numbers taken from, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4/12, 5, 6, 7, 8/12, 9, 10, 11, 12/12. So by simply looking at the number line, you can see that the fraction is, or the part of this fraction is just the same. Right? So this is what you call the fraction. So that is how we write fraction. This is what I am telling you all about. This is the number line. The number from the top is what you call the numerator, wherein the number below is actually the denominator. Okay, you have some question? You have some question about fraction? So always remember, when you hear fraction, you can actually say that a fraction is a number wherein there is this numerator and denominator. And then if you are being asked, how do you write fraction? You write fraction as numerator divided by denominator. The division from the said fraction is actually the number line. This one, the number line, or the line below the top number and above the bottom number. Okay, look at this. So up what do you call this one? A fraction can also be said 1/3, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, right? 1/5, 1/6, 2/3, 3/12, 8/12, something like that. So these are all, this is how we say the fraction. Okay, so this is how we represent, or we actually represent the fraction. Maybe your mom will give you 1 whole pizza, and then your mom also will tell you, okay, Inda, you need to divide this one by 12 so that you and your siblings will be able to eat equally the pizza. Okay, so that is how we are actually talking about the fraction. Okay, how do you write fraction? How do you add fraction? How do you add fraction? By the way,
There's a denominator, numerator, and then up it was numerator,
yes,
and
that's
and then a horizontal line, then the and then down on and then down horizontal line. There's
okay.
gonna be then denominator.
Yes, look at
Denominator.
this. Mark, can you see this? This actually looks like a pizza, right? This actually looks like a pizza. And then
This is
these
a
are all the
diagram.
parts. Yes. If I look at it, these are all the parts wherein you need to divide it among your siblings. Maybe all of you, you have 5 siblings. So including you, you are all 6 brothers and sisters. So you will have to divide it by 6 equally. Okay? You have to divide it by 6 equally. I was actually looking at this module. I thought this was from our country, but then this is not from our country. That is why I was surprised. Okay? Okay, look at this. So I will have to stop sharing about that one. So a fraction, remember, a fraction is actually a number wherein you have a numerator. A numerator is a number from the top of the line, and then there is this denominator, which is the number below the line. Okay, below the line. So if you look at 1/2, 1/2 is actually a part of a whole number wherein that whole object is being divided into 2. That whole object is being divided into 2. 1/3 is a number or is a fraction wherein a whole, okay, a whole object or a whole maybe a whole cake was being divided into 3. So each part of the cake is called 1/3 because it is divided into 3. So if you look at it, 3/3 is actually equal to 1. Why do you think 3/3 is equals to 1? Why do you think 3/3 is equals to 1? Because if I am going to divide 3 divided by 3, that would give me 1. That would give me 1. So it is actually all of the parts of the maybe of the pizza wherein all of those parts has been taken already. That is why the one whole pizza is being eaten already, something like that. Okay? Okay, what else? What else do you know about fraction? Anyone? What else do you know about fraction? Hello, hello. What else do you know about fraction? I will have to get fraction here. I will have to give you fraction so that you will see and then you will understand, okay? Fraction. Fraction. Okay, I think I have this fraction video. You have to watch this one. Together, all of us will be able to watch this one. Okay, wait a minute. We have to watch this one, but first, I need to share it. We have to watch the video, but first I need to share it. Okay, so this one. So I will have to introduce fraction. So listen carefully, okay? Can you hear? Okay.
Fractions.
So this is an introduction to fraction.
Fractions are used to represent smaller pieces or parts of things. Let's draw a circle, a
Okay.
whole pizza. If we divide that circle into 4 equal parts, then we call each of those parts a fraction of the whole original circle. To write a fraction, you need 2 numbers, one number on top, one number on the bottom, and a line between them. The number on top tells us how many equal parts we have. It's the numerator. The number on the bottom tells us how many equal parts it's divided into. It's the denominator. We divided this pizza into 4 equal parts, so the number on the bottom will be 4. We still have 4 of those parts, so the number on top will also be 4. We have 4 out of 4 parts. The numerator is 4, the denominator is also 4, so the fraction is 4 over 4. We have the whole pizza, but what if someone came by and ate one piece? The pizza is still divided into 4 parts, so the bottom number, the denominator, would still be 4, but we have only 3 of those parts left. So that
how
means that
many
the
are
top
being
number,
left?
the numerator, would change to 3. So we have 3 over 4 of the pizza. The numerator is 3, the denominator is 4, and the fraction is 3 over 4. What if somebody came by and ate one more piece? The pizza is still divided into 4 parts, so the bottom number, the denominator, would still be 4.
Yes.
But we only have 2 of those parts left, so that means that the top number, the numerator, would change to a 2. So now we have 2 over 4 of the pizza. The numerator is 2, the denominator is 4, and the fraction is 2 over 4. What if somebody came by and ate one more piece? The pizza is still divided into 4 parts, so the bottom number, the denominator, would still be 4. But we only have 1 piece left, so that means that the top number, the numerator, would change to 1. So we only have 1 over 4 of the pizza. The numerator is 1, the denominator is 4, and the fraction is 1 over 4. 1 over 4 is a unit fraction. A unit fraction is a fraction whose numerator is 1. Lesson check. What fraction names the shaded part?
What is that? What fraction names the shaded part? 1?
4 over 5.
4 over 5. Very good.
Lesson check.
How about this one?
What fraction names the shaded part?
Wait a minute. Okay, how about that one? How about that one?
6 over 9.
6 over 9.
If this video was helpful, please leave a like. For more videos like this, please subscribe.
Okay, so if you look at it, it has become 6 over 9. It's all because, look at this. There are actually 9. The triangle has been divided into 9, okay? The triangle has been divided into 9, and then the shaded part, if you count the shaded part is actually 6. So you will have to read it as 6 over 9. So next time we will have to watch this addition and subtraction of same denominator, or addition and subtraction of different denominators, something like that. Okay, and then look at this. So we will have to watch these fractions for kids first, then types of fraction.
Oh,
Look at this. Oh, no, thank you. I want to learn math, but not your math.
Are so awesome and so much fun. Many of you think so too. A couple of weeks ago, we set up a poll on our channel, and many of you voted for fractions as our next math video. That's really awesome. Thanks everyone for voting. And don't worry, we'll make the other 2 videos too later on, but this is all about fractions. All right, well, let's start here. what is a fraction? When we say the word fraction, what do we mean? What is a fraction? Well, a fraction is something that shows parts of a whole.
Fraction is something that shows part of a whole.
Let's
Okay?
say there's this lady named Cindy. Cindy has a pizza, which is great. She loves pizza, so yummy pizza. But then her friend Chomsky arrives. You remember Chomsky? Chomsky likes pizza too, and he's a little bit hungry. So maybe Cindy isn't going to eat the whole pizza now. Maybe they're going to split it. What do you think? So they split the pizza in half. Each of them get 1/2 of the pizza. Isn't that neat? And everyone has pizza. Each of them have 1/2 of the pizza. They split it right down the middle. Now remember, a fraction is something that shows parts of a whole. So here is what the fraction looks like. A 1, a line, and a 2. That is the fraction 1/2.
Okay.
Each of them, Cindy and Chomsky, get 1/2 of the pizza. So this is 1/2.
That is
It's
how
a
we
very
write.
important
That is
fraction
how we write
because
1/2.
we use it all the time.
It
I
is
keep
how
wondering, what do the numbers mean? And how does it show 1/2? Well, the bottom number shows the total number of parts.
So this is the part wherein you divided the pizza
The top
into.
number shows how many parts we are talking about.
Denominator,
Pretty simple.
denominator, and the
Let's
number
go back.
1 is numerator.
There are a total of 2 parts to the pizza. So there's a 2 on the bottom, and Cindy just gets 1 part. That's the part we're talking about. So
Yes.
Cindy gets just 1/2 of the pizza. She doesn't get the whole thing. She gets just 1 part. She gets 1/2.
1/2.
The bottom number of a fraction is called the denominator. The denominator is the total number of parts. The top number is called the numerator. The numerator tells us how many parts we are talking about. In this case, Cindy is having 1 part of the pizza. The other part, of course, is going to Chomsky. Let's try this. Let's say there's another pizza, and this pizza
How about
has
this one?
4 parts.
How many is this
The
part?
number
This one. How many is this part? How many parts has been made from the pizza? How
1
many?
of 4.
Very good. 1/4. So this is what we are talking about. This is the part where we are actually talking about. And look at the whole pizza. The whole pizza is actually being divided into 4. So the denominator is actually the number wherein it is actually the number that we divided the whole pizza into, right? So if you look at this, the whole pizza has been divided into 4. So each part will be 1/4. Okay, look at that.
4 is the denominator because there are 4 pieces of pizza, 4 parts. Let's say Kelly shows up and wants to have 1 part of the pizza, 1 piece of the pizza.
So that
The
would be,
numerator, or the top number of the fraction, is the number 1 because
Yes.
Kelly is having 1 part or 1 piece of the
the
pizza.
4 parts.
Kelly is having 1/4 of the pizza. Pretty simple, pretty fun. Fractions are awesome. Now we're going to need your help. Help us figure out, what fraction is it? What fraction is it? Wow, we're going to have a great time. Let's say we have a group of 5 sports balls. 1 is a basketball. The other 4 are soccer balls. Let's figure out what fraction of the balls are basketballs? What fraction of the balls are basketballs?
1 of 5.
What
One.
fraction of the balls?
1 of 5.
1 of 5.
over 5. Very good. Let's see if we are actually correct. 1 over
So we know a
5
fraction has a
because
line
we have
in the middle.
5 balls
Top number is the
and we
numerator,
only have
the
1
bottom
basketball
number is the
from
denominator.
among the 5 balls.
The denominator shows us the total number of parts or units. How many sports balls are there? Yeah, 5. 5 is the denominator. Good job. Now remember, we're asking for the fraction of sports balls that are basketballs. So how many basketballs are there?
There is
1.
only 1 basketball.
There's only 1.
Just one.
Yeah.
The number 1 is the numerator. So 1/5.
1
of
over
the
5 is
sports
can
balls
also be
are
said
basketballs.
1/5.
1/5. Great job.
Can it be like 1 of 5? 1 of
Yes.
5?
Let's say there are 5 pets. 5 pets. 2 of them are dogs and 3 of them are cats. What fraction of the pets are cats?
Okay, what
That's a good
what
question.
fraction of the pets are cats?
It's definitely what can I say? 3,
3/5.
5. 3
Or
5.
3 over
3 of 5.
3 over 5.
A fraction of the pets are cats. Remember, here's what a fraction looks like. It's got a line
Do
in the
not
middle.
forget
with
to
the
write
top
the
number
line
being
when
the
you are going to
numerator,
write
and the bottom
fraction.
number is the denominator. So the total number of pets is 5. What number is the denominator?
5.
What number goes on the bottom? Yeah, 5. 5 is the denominator. It tells us the total number of pets. Remember, we're asking for the fraction of the pets that are cats. How many cats are there?
There are
3.
3
Yeah.
cats.
3. So what's the numerator?
3.
Yeah.
3.
3 is the numerator. 3/5 of the pets are cats. Wow, that was so cool. But none of those cats are as me as you, Mr. Whiskers. Not even a fraction of my heart belongs to you. My whole heart. I love you, Mr. Whiskers. Thank you.
What the heck
A
is going
fraction, something that shows parts of a whole.
Okay, so a fraction
The
can be
top
very
number of a
easy.
fraction
Just do
is
not
the
forget
numerator, how
how
many parts
you
we
are going to
talking
write the
about.
fraction
the
and how
bottom
we are
number
going to
of a
get the
is
fraction.
the denominator, the total number of parts. Thanks for watching this homeschool pop video on fractions.
number generator. Number generator.
I love fractions.
Numerator.
I don't want to cut it in half. I don't want it to be a half. I don't want to have just a quarter of this sandwich on.
Okay, so that is how fraction looks like, okay? That is also how we are going to write fraction and how we are going to understand fraction is by simply remembering,
Today you're going to learn
okay?
about
Simply
fractions.
remembering how many is the total parts that we divided the whole into, and then that is actually your denominator, and then the numerator will be the one that we are actually trying to talk about, or that is actually the parts that we are actually trying to talk about. So if we have one pizza and then we divided the pizza into 8, then automatically when we talk about fraction, the denominator will become 8. And then if you are going to take a part of the 8, okay, a part of the 8 parts of that said pizza, then just simply count how many parts did you get, and then write it, and then do not forget to write the total number of parts that you divided the pizza into, and that would become your denominator. Okay? That would become your denominator. Actually, I am very I would like to watch some videos and share it with you so that you will feel motivated, and you will actually see that it can be very easy. Okay, because if you are watching alone, sometimes you tend to forget, or you tend to get lazy watching the said movie or the said video, because you do not have someone with you, or you do not have someone that you can ask in terms of you do not understand some of those lessons that was being introduced from the video, right? So it is much better that we watch the video all together so that we can ask something that we may find difficult to understand. Okay, so do you have some questions regarding
For me,
fraction?
it's
Huh?
not.
What is it, Mark?
No.
Okay, so you do not have questions. So do you find fraction easy or difficult? What can you say about fraction? So we just simply introduced how to write fraction, how to understand fraction, but we did not do the operation of fractions yet. When we talk about operations, then we are actually talking about how we are going to add, divide, add, subtract, multiply, and divide the fractions, especially those fractions which are different denominators. If we encounter fractions which have the same denominator, so that can be very easy, especially if we are going to add or subtract the fractions. But if we are talking about fractions which has different denominators, then that would be very difficult, or that would become difficult to add or subtract. So we still need to find the the least common denominator, or LCD, in order for us to get the um to understand if to get the. Okay, I think Mark is still with the prime numbers, right, Mark? So tomorrow, again, I'm going to give you a quiz regarding prime numbers. So,
Oh,
so
no.
Mark, regarding prime
Oh,
numbers, for
no.
example, listen carefully, because I am trying to review this one to you. I know some of you knows this already, right, Alfonso? Inda, Shitya, Priscilla, I mean Felicia and Farrell. You know this one already, but we may
Prime number.
yeah, we may also try to give last the review about these prime numbers before we have our quiz tomorrow. So prime numbers, prime number can be 2, 3, okay, 2, 3, 5, 7, and that's it. Those are the numbers between 1 to 10. So we only have 2, 3, 5, and 7. So we have 4 numbers. And then if we look at numbers between 11 to 20, we can easily say that we have a prime number, which is the 11, the 13, the 17, and the 19. So we also have 4 prime numbers within the 10. Yeah, I know. Within the 10 numbers between 11 to 20. And then if I will have to ask you, how about between 21 to 30? Between 21 to 30. Yes, Kenshi, what is it? What is it, Kenshi? Do you have some question, Kenshi? What is it, Kenshi?
Miss,
Yes?
I am go to the toilet.
Yes, you may go to the toilet, Kenshi. You may go to the toilet. Okay, so look at this. Okay? Between 21 and 30. So you may write, it is much better to write it. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, then 30. Look at this. You are going to write all the numbers that was being asked of you, then identify. 21 is not prime number because it can be divided into 3 and 7 as well as 21 and 1. 22 is not a prime number because 22 can be divided into 22, into 1, into 11, and into 2. Then 23 is probably, definitely, is definitely a prime number.
A prime number?
Yes.
I was starting to notice 23 is a prime number because when I started it, I solved the math. I see 23. I tried to make it look like a prime number, but I cannot make it break. 23 is a prime number. I thought you can just 23 equals that the result, but actually 10 divided by 3.
No,
it's not big. You cannot do it. That's a prime number then.
Yeah, 10 is not a prime number because you can divide 10 by 2 and 5. Right? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes. So 25,
yeah.
24 and 25 is definitely not a prime number, as well as 26 and 27. And that also includes 28. But 29, there is no such thing as if I am going to divide 29 by 7, if I'm going to divide 29 by 3, or any other numbers that would give me a decimal number. So 29 is a prime number. Then 30 is also not a prime number. So you need to just simply write it down. Then look at the numbers. Then you can easily, take note. You need to be able to know the multiples of each number so that you can easily get, or you can easily see the numbers wherein, you can easily see if the number is a prime number or not. So write it down. Okay, fraction. What about fraction? So fraction, we will not give quiz for fraction tomorrow, but we will have to continue our lesson tomorrow. Okay, so 11 over 4. Okay, look at this. 11 over 4.
I mean this type of fraction, Look at the chat. It's something like this.
That type of fraction, 11 over 4, is actually a mixed fraction. Improper fraction
not 11, not 11 of 4. That's not 11. That's supposed to be 1.
1 and
1 of 4. 1 of 4. Yes, like that.
You can also read it as 1 and 1/4, and 1 and 1/4 is actually called mixed number or mixed fraction. Mixed fraction. Because you can see that there is this whole number plus the fraction itself. Mixed fraction or mixed number. Yeah. Okay, so we only have 1 minute. How about some questions? Thank you very much, Mark, for the question, Mark. How about the others? Do you still have some questions? We have 13 or 14 students. Do you still have some questions? No more? So are you ready for tomorrow's quiz? Yes, actually it would be very easy. Just simply remember, just simply remember that a fraction, when you talk about prime numbers, it is actually a number that is divisible by itself and 1. Okay, so it's already 8 p.m. I know some of you are sleepy already. So see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye for now, everyone. Thank you very much for coming.